Chancellor Merkel.
Ja, herzlichen Dank, lieber.
Well, thank you very much, Barack, for this gracious hospitality and this very warm welcome that you accorded to me. And I'm very glad to be able to be back in Washington and to have an opportunity to address all of these different issues with you. I think priority really is on the current issue of Ukraine. And that loomed very large on our agenda. It showed how important the transatlantic partnership is also in today's times. And I think it's a very good thing that all of the steps that we've taken so far, we've taken together. And today, in our talk, we yet again underline that we fully intend to go ahead as we did in the past. What happened on Ukraine? What happened on the Crimean Peninsula? Well, the post-war order has been put into question that rests on the acceptance of territorial integrity by all. And this is why it was so important for us to react in concord. And what is at stake here is that people in Ukraine can act on the basis of self-determination and can determine themselves which road they wish to embark on into the future. The 25th of May is a very crucial date in order to ensure that, and we will see to it that elections can take place. The OSCE will play a central role in all of this. We talked about this. And together with the OSCE, we shall do everything we can in order to bring Russia, that is after all a member of the OSCE, to do the necessary steps so as the 25th of May, bringing about some progress in stabilizing Ukraine. The 25th of May is not all that far away. Should that not be possible to stabilize the situation further sanctions will be unavoidable. This is something that we don't want. We have made a diplomatic offer, an offer for a diplomatic solution, so it's very much up to the Russians which road we will embark on, but we are firmly resolved to continue to travel down that road. Now, secondly, we addressed issues that have a bearing on the work of the intelligence services. Here, let me underline yet again for the German side, we have always enjoyed a very close cooperation with our American partner on this front, and anyone in political responsibility is more than aware, looking at the challenges of the modern world today, that obviously in fighting terrorism, the work of the intelligence services is not only important, it is indeed indispensable. I am firmly convinced that our cooperation in this area is a very helpful one. Yet there are differences of opinion on what sort of balance to strike between the intensity of surveillance, of trying to protect the citizens against threats, and on the other hand, protecting individual privacy and individual freedom and rights of personality. And that will require further discussion between our two countries in order to overcome these differences of opinion. We have these discussions, incidentally, also on the European front. We are talking about safe harbor agreement, for example, about a privacy protection agreement. And I take back the message home that the US is ready to do that, is ready to discuss this, although we may have differences of opinion on certain issues. Thirdly, TTIP. I think particularly in the overall context of further intensifying our trade relations, of global growth, but also in the context of diversification of our energy supply. This is a very important issue. It will be very important for us to bring the negotiations very quickly to a close on TTIP. We are firmly convinced that for the European Union, for Germany, and for the United States, this offers a lot of opportunities for the future, and it's so important for us to bring this agreement to a successful conclusion. There are a number of discussions, I know, a number of skeptical remarks. People have doubts, but these doubts, this skepticism can be overcome, and it needs to be overcome. Just look at the many partners all over the world that have bilateral trade agreements. I mean, it's simply necessary, looking at the intensity of a transatlantic partnership and the closeness of our partnership, for us to have this agreement, this transatlantic trade agreement, and we are fully at one on this one. So we had very intensive talks, and we were going to build on this over lunch. Thank you very much, Barack, for giving me this opportunity, and also thank you for your gracious hospitality.